Hi everyone. Hey, it's Sherri-Lee here. I am streaming live into the Badass Facebook Marketing Club group on Facebook and onto my Facebook page. There's some weird stuff going on, so we'll see how this goes. I've been having some issues with my internet, so who knows? So I'm here today. This is kind of a spontaneous Facebook Live. We're going to kind of do this this week. I'm going to do a few of these. We're going to be talking about creating high converting Facebook ads. So I know there's a lot of stuff out there about Facebook ads, and there's a lot of stuff about how to convert them and all these big results that people are getting from their Facebook ads, and how they ran a Facebook ad. They spent $20 and they made $200,000. People make these outrageous, big, huge claims. And, it can be a little frustrating. You see those claims and you run off to the Facebook ads manager or the power editor and you start trying to create your own ads, and without some sort of plan or formula, you can quickly waste a lot of time and money. And so I came up with the ultimate, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. That's live for you. That's why I came up with the ultimate Facebook ads template. And this is really where this came about. Was I started seeing all these people making big claims. I've worked in Facebook ads for years now, and I have had more ads that weren't huge successes than were. I've had ads that were huge successes and generated, huge leads, huge numbers of leads for clients and for myself, that generated tremendous amount of income for my clients and for myself. And, that's terrific, but I know that it takes a lot of work to get there. It takes a specific formula. And I don't really like seeing some of these posts that I see, these ads that I see saying, it's so easy, and, I just set up an ad and you'll have $1 million launch. And I see these posts and I know people are running, because I see in groups, people are talking to me all the time. They're saying, can I get somebody to help me with Facebook ads? Can I set up this ad, I followed what they taught me, and it's not producing. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Can somebody look at it? I see this all the time. So I created the ultimate Facebook ads template. And then from that, as the conversation grew, I realized there was a need for more than that. So I created the Ultimate Facebook Ads Challenge, which starts next Monday. And it's 5 days, a fun challenge. It's going to take you through my process of creating ads that have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue for clients and grown email lists by tens of thousands of people. Inexpensively, with the right people on the list, not just warm bodies, not just bums and seats, real people that become buyers and customers and clients down the road. So the challenge starts next Monday. And then I started thinking about, I've been writing a series of blog posts, and they go out to my newsletter list as well about this. And today I just wanted to drop one little tidbit for you about this. There is a formula that you want to use. There are certain things that people respond to. It changes, so nothing is set in stone on Facebook. For those of you who find that stressful, sorry about that, because that's the thing I love about it, is nothing is set in stone and it's always going to change, which means I have no time to get bored with anything. That's why I love about Facebook. But one of the things that we really have to be super clear on when we're creating Facebook ads and we want them to convert, we have to know what our goal is. First off, what do we want to achieve? And if we're clear on that, then we need to know exactly who it is we want to talk to in these ads. Who are our ideal clients? We don't need to resonate with everybody. We just need to resonate with the people that we want to take the right action. So I see there's some people watching. Let me know who's here. I'd love to say hi. And if you have questions about ads, let me know. Be happy to answer them. So just, you have to know what action you want people to take, or what the what the objective is. That's going to be the first piece that Facebook's going to ask you. What's the objective here? Do you want to drive traffic somewhere? Do you want to get more likes, comments, and shares? Do you want to have people convert? Do you want to have people buy? Do you want to get email signups? Do you want to get app installs? Do you want to get video views? We need to know where what the end result is before we get started. That's super important. And then we need to know who it is this is for. Who are we talking to? We have to be really clear about that. We want to speak in a way that draws them closer to us and pushes away the people that this is not right for. So this is so important that we know this. And I know this is a hard thing. I really resisted doing this in my business, believe me. Every coach I've ever worked with said you had to niche, and I resisted until a couple of years ago. And that's made a huge difference in my business when I got really clear on who it is I wanted to attract and to be okay with repelling the people that I didn't want to attract. That's the part. I think it's easy to attract the right people, or easier to attract the right people. Harder to be okay with pushing people away. And now, you know what? I really, if the people who unsubscribe from my email list, the people who unlike my Facebook page, the people who leave my Facebook group, I'm okay with that. They're self-selecting and saying, this isn't for me. And that's okay. I want them to go and find the right person to follow. I want them to go and find the person they're going to resonate with, that they're going to, follow their steps and what they do and learn from and grow a successful business from. I want that for them so much that they should do that with the right person. It doesn't have to be me. So after we know those two pieces, then we get to start creating the ad copy. And I know there's a lot of courses and programs out there that talk about the setting up of the ad. And in the challenge, we get into that a little bit. The challenge that we start next week, you're actually going to get to set up an ad. We're going to walk through it. I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to go through it together. And so I'm going to walk you through that setup. But before we even get to the setup, before we get to the ads manager, we need to know what the heck it is that we are going to be saying. So we need to know what our image is, and we need to know all the copy that we have to create. And I have a worksheet. I like to go through that and create that before I even get to the ads manager. So it cuts down my ad creation time substantially. I write all of that out in advance. And this is part of the workbook that I'm creating for you for next week as part of the challenge. I'm going to give you this workbook that I'm creating to help you walk through setting this up, nailing your targeting, and then your ad creative in the ads manager itself, 5 minutes, and you're done. So hi to Evelyn, I see, and Adele's here, and I see some other people. Marsha's here. What's my Facebook page? It is facebook.com/social media minder. Thanks for asking that, Marsha. I can also type that in there in a minute. So the workbook is a huge piece that you're going to get next week, and we're going to work through that workbook during the challenge. So the first thing we're going to think about when we come to creating our ad copy is, what is the compelling question that we're going to ask? We're going to start the ad with a question. And the point of the question is to build connection, to build relationship, to build, what's the word I'm looking for? To help us get to the place so that these people who are our ideal clients read that question, and in their heads or out loud, they say, yes, I want that. We want the question to speak deeply to them about their pain. But some tips about Facebook and Facebook ads. Facebook doesn't want you to make anybody feel bad. They don't want people to feel bad when they are on Facebook. They want this to be a safe, fun, positive experience to hang out on Facebook so that you'll do more of it, right? That makes sense. So while we want to speak to people's pain, we have to do it in a way that doesn't make them feel bad about themselves. So this can be a little tricky. And this can be why things like, that's the word, Marsha, rapport. I want to build rapport with people with this question. Thank you. We want to make sure that when they read the question, they're saying yes to that so that they will continue reading. We don't want them to say no, because that stops. That's a stop to the conversation when somebody says no. We want them to say yes, because that invites further conversation. So we want to make sure that that question speaks to the pain without making them feel bad. So it's not, if you're in the weight loss industry, you don't want to say tired of being 400 pounds, because that's going to make somebody go, yeah. So they'll say, yeah, but it makes them focus on what they don't like, what they aren't getting. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Charmaine. So it has them focused on the pain, but not the desired outcome. So we want to ask them a question that has them saying, yes, I want that. So we want to make sure that our compelling question speaks to the pain, but is presented in a positive, that doesn't make people feel bad about themselves at all. So this could be anything from want to learn the formula for creating high converting Facebook ads. There's a good one, because people are going to go, yep, I want that. And then they will read the next bit. So that compelling question is such an important piece. Now, we're going to talk about, anybody who knows me knows I have dogs that make noise when I'm on live streams, and there's not much I can do about that. So you love me or you don't. So we want that question to make them say yes, so that they will read on. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do a live stream here every day this week, so that so that you can keep learning this process. And I hope that you will join us on the challenge, because we're going to dig deeper into this process. So the compelling question is the first piece I want you to start working on. Hey, Robin, nice to see you. I want you to start thinking about that compelling question. What do you want people to do? And what is the pain that they want to solve? Or what is the pain that you solve for your customers? That's the thing you want to think about. So if you are a mindset coach and you help people get out of their limiting beliefs, then you don't want to say, tired of your limiting beliefs keeping you back from the success you achieve, because that's depressing. That's sad. We want to say, want to learn the formula, or want to learn how to get rid of your limiting beliefs and achieve the success that you want. We want to position it in a positive. We want to position it in a way that gets people saying, yes, I want that. So let me know if that's making sense before we wind up here today. These aren't going to be live long streams. These are super, super short little snippets of information that I want you to get. I'm going to include the link for the challenge next week in both on my page and in the group, so that, if you want to join us, please do. You'll get that workbook to work through whenever you're creating ads. It will help you to do that. And you'll get, let's see, it's 5 days. You get an email every day, a lesson that you get to work on every day. We have a thread in the group, so you can come in and participate and join the other members in the thread. A live stream into the Facebook group every day, so that we can dig deeper and customize that work for yourself. Hi, Boyan. And a wind-up webinar on Saturday, the end of next week. What is that? The 29th, I believe, to wind up the challenge. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a really good time next week. So anybody have any compelling questions they want to run by me? Have you got an idea of what this is? This is a little tricky, and that's why I'm just going to cover this piece, because it's easy for us to remember the pain and to have that question. Tired of being out of control with your eating, tired of not having enough money, but do you wish you went to the gym more often? Do you wish you ate less? Those are so easy to ask, and those might be questions we'd ask face to face, but if we're going to turn this into an ad, that's not going to fly. We want to build that rapport, as Marcia helped me find that word. We want to build that connection with people. Okay, no questions or comments about that? Then I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to move on. I'm going to keep working on the workbook and the challenge for next week. I'll put the URL in the comments. If you have any questions, any comments, let me know. If you want to join us in the challenge, I'd love to have you. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.